In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 ideas for articles you can write on Medium. If you're new to my channel, my name is Corey. I'm a writer and content creator, and it's my mission to share with you everything I know about how to make money online with your writing. So if you want to stay in the loop on all the latest writing tips, be sure to hit subscribe. You guys hear me talk about Medium all the time, and for good reason. It is such a powerful platform for writers and aspiring writers to start getting their content online and making money. I've made a 5-figure income from writing on Medium in the first year that I was there between the Medium Partner Program and affiliate linking. For some of the top writers on the platform, Medium can even be a full-time job. And there's no investment to get started. You can publish on Medium for free, and it is way less complicated than freelancing, blogging, or really any other way that you can make money online with your words. That's why I always urge writers to get on the platform ASAP, because you literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain. But one of the biggest challenges that new Medium writers have is knowing what to write about. It was certainly my biggest challenge when I first started writing there, because the articles that succeed on Medium are reader-driven. It's a place for sharing your unique stories, experiences, ideas, and information. So if you've been wanting to get started on Medium, but you're not really sure what to write about, or you've been writing there for a while and are just stuck for some ideas, here are some of my favorite ideas that I turn to when I'm getting ready to pen my next article. Some of these ideas have led to articles that have gotten thousands of reads on the platform. So you just never know. Your next viral article idea could be in here somewhere. Number 1, try a self-experiment and then write about it. This is hands down my favorite type of article to write for Medium. Self-experiments are a great option because they make for really engaging, personal articles that your readers will be drawn to. Not to mention it's a way to spice up your life a little bit and try something new. Self-experimentation could be something like giving up sugar for 30 days, trying a new skincare routine for 2 weeks, or even going a week without social media. These types of articles tend to do really well on Medium because people are curious about the effects that different products or habits can have on their lives. And we love reading about firsthand experiences because if that person had a positive experience doing it, then they might want to try that for themselves. At the very least, they make for an interesting case study for your readers to learn from. I've written quite a few of these articles myself, and some of them have made quite a bit of money. For example, my article about how I burned 1,000 calories every day for a month is my top earning article on the platform. And a few months back, I wrote an article about how I swapped out high intensity interval training for weight training only workouts, and that article has made over $550. The key with this type of article is you have to be willing to share all the details. You want to talk about what you learned, how you felt, what things you would do differently next time. And most importantly, you want to share your results. Now, the obvious downside to this type of article is that it usually takes a little bit of time for you to actually do the experiments. But what I like to do is make a habit of continually trying new things, and then I always have something to write about. And just a bonus tip for you, if your self-experimentation involves personal development, productivity, wellness, or health and fitness, it might be a really good fit for the Better Humans publication. They are all about the self-experimentation over there, and they have over 380,000 followers. Number 2, answer a burning question. What kind of questions are you asking Google lately? Because chances are there are other people who are asking the exact same questions. Writing an article that answers this question is a great strategy because you're providing information that you know your readers are looking for. You don't necessarily have to be an expert on the topic either. You can just do a little bit of research on the topic and then write it from your viewpoint in an easy to digest format. For more ideas on the types of questions people are asking, you can also peruse the forums over at Reddit and Quora. Check out categories that are in your niche or about topics you're interested in. And if you see that the same question is being asked a lot, that's a pretty good indication that it's an article worth writing. For example, at the beginning of 2021, I was doing a lot of research about under-desk ellipticals. Because desk-bound as I was looking for ways to get a little bit of movement into my day while being chained to my desk. But my biggest question about under-desk ellipticals was, do these things even work? So I ended up writing an article about what I learned. Another great thing about these kind of articles is they have a pretty good shot at ranking on Google. Google, do under-desk ellipticals work? And my Medium article comes up near the top of page 1. Now, admittedly, SEO traffic doesn't really do a whole lot for increasing your earnings through the Medium Partner Program because most people who find your articles through Google are not Medium members. However, this traffic is still valuable for becoming an authority in your niche, growing your email list, making affiliate sales, and earning Medium referrals. And if you aren't aware, Medium referrals are when you earn a commission of someone's membership fee if they sign up through you. It's only around $2, but that's recurring revenue. So even if you get 50 people to sign up, that's about $100 every month. So if I see that any of my Medium stories are ranking on Google, I'll add my referral link to the bottom of my article and invite the reader to become a paying member. And I've racked up quite a few referrals this way. Number 3, write about something you saw on TikTok. So I was totally late to the TikTok party and I only downloaded the app last fall. I don't even post content there, at least not yet. And for a while, it was really just a place for me to watch silly cat videos. But now it's become a source of writing inspiration because it also happens to be a great place to get your finger on the pulse of what people are talking about. For example, as a writer in the health and fitness niche, I'm always coming across these trends and topics that are being talked about a lot on TikTok, but interestingly, aren't really talked about much on Medium. So if you see an interesting topic that keeps coming up over and over again on TikTok, that's a pretty good sign that you should write a Medium article about it. For example, a couple months ago, I came across a TikTok that was talking about how hormonal birth control can prevent women from building muscle mass. And that was something that I had never heard of before. So I did some research on the topic and I wrote an article about it. So if you're not on TikTok yet, I highly recommend it. Even if you're not ready to start posting content there yet, it's a great place to get writing inspiration. Number 4, write about a celebrity that you admire. Let's be honest, people like reading about celebrities. According to the Sharethrough Headline Analyzer, having a celebrity name in the title of your article can increase click-through rates and engagement. So if there's a celebrity that you really like or admire, why don't you write an article about them? For example, as a fitness enthusiast, I've been a pretty big fan of Jillian Michaels for many years. I know she's not everyone's cup of tea, but I have always loved her workouts and her no-nonsense approach to fitness. So I wrote an article about her best characteristics, including how she teaches balance, how she motivates people. You can do the same thing with any celebrity you respect. And I think it's a refreshing take to focus on the positive aspects since so many people write negative things about celebrities. Last but not least, number 5, highlight the benefits of something. People love reading articles about benefits, whether that's the benefits of a product, a food, a habit, or anything else. If you can write the benefits of something from a unique angle, the article is more likely to garner some attention. For example, I wrote an article about the benefit of dates and why I consider them to be the new superfood. I wrote another article about the benefits of occasionally eating keto foods without actually committing to the full keto diet. So the key to this one is writing about things from an angle that other people aren't talking about. There's already 1,000 articles out there about the benefits of the keto diet, but not so many articles about the quasi-keto diet, as I call it. So think about things that you like or that interest you, and then write about the benefits of those in an interesting, unique way. So these are just a few ideas to hopefully help you get your creative juices flowing. And if you'd like to see more videos like this with article ideas, let me know in the comments. Remember that there are limitless possibilities when it comes to what kind of things you can write about on Medium, so don't be afraid to experiment and find the topics that resonate most with your audience. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be around to answer. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.